retaped this. This is a new taping. Number 3. This is what we're going to do. First, we're looking for 0 exponents. I look across here, I got a 0 exponent over here. V to the 0. V to the 0 is 1. 1 times u squared is u squared. I don't need to be the 1, the v0. I cross it out. 2, get rid of parentheses. Don't have any, skip that step. 3, multiply the numbers out. I have a 2 times 2 is 4 times 4 is 16. Numbers are 16. I've got a u. How many u's do I have? Well, I have a -3 here, and I have a 2 here. -3 plus 2 is a -1. That's my u. Then I have v's. How many v's do I have? -1 here, -4 here. Remember, we multiplied the numbers, so we have to add the exponents. We have -1, -4, we get -5. Now that's my answer, except it's not in the right form. We need to have all the exponents positive, so I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to take u to the -1, drop it to the bottom. It becomes u to the +1. I don't need a +1, so it's just u. U to the -5, drop it to the bottom, change the sign. It becomes v, not u. V to the 5th power. This is gone. This is gone because we're on the bottom. So my answer is that. And that's number 3. Number 4. Again, same idea. Where do I have zeros? I have a 0 here. V to the 0 crosses out. I have an a to 0 here. It crosses out. No parentheses, so I multiply. I've got 4 here and 2 here. 4 times 2 is 8. I need letters. How many letters? What do I have for letters? I have an A. This is a, right here, this is an A to the 1st power, a 1. And I have A to the -4 here. 1 minus 4 is -3. Then I have B's. What do I have for B's? Got 1 here, two B's there, and a -4 here. 2 minus 4 is a -2. Again, that's my answer, but the form's not right. Got to drop the negatives to the bottom. A to the -3 drops to the bottom, becomes a cubed. That's gone. B to the -2 gets dropped to the bottom. It becomes b squared, and this one's gone. And this is your answer for number 4. Next, we go to 12. Now this one, we don't have any zeros, but we have a parenthesis. When we have a parenthesis, first we do what's inside. What can I do inside? Well, I've got the 2, and here, and I've got another 2 here. 2 times 2 is 4. Then I've got some x's. How many x's do I have? Well, I've got the 2 here, but that's all, so it's x squared. Then I have y's. How many y's? Got 3 here, and a -1 here. 3 minus 1 is 2. That's what's inside parentheses, and then it's raised to the 2nd power. So get that squeal out of there. Try that. Okay, now I'm going to raise everything inside has to go to the 2nd power. I have the 4 raised to the 2nd power. Well, 4 to the 2nd power is 16, but it's a -2. It's a -2. That means you have to flip it to the bottom. You have to flip it. So since the 4 starts on top, the 16 has to go on the bottom. So that's where that goes. Then we got the x on top, x here. And there's 2 of them. I'm going to take this 2 times the -2 outside. Every exponent inside has to be multiplied by the exponent outside. 2 here times -2 is -4. Then I have y squared, the 2 here times the negative 2 is y to the negative 4. Again, anything on top that's negative has to move to the bottom. So the x to the negative 4 becomes x to the positive 4 on the bottom, and the one on top is gone. Y to the negative 4 on top gets sent to the bottom. They become y to the positive 4. We drop it down and change the sign, and the y to the negative 4 is gone. So there's my answer, except I don't have anything on top, so I need to put a 1 on top to hold the top, and everything else is on the bottom. Number 12. Number 11. Going backwards. First, we have no zeros. We do have parentheses. Can I do anything inside of the parentheses? No, it's as simple as it goes. So let's go ahead and raise everything to the third power. We'll raise everything to the third power. So what is 2 to the third power? Well, it's 2 to the third power means 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 times this 2 is 8. So this is an 8. Y, how many y's do I have? Well, I have 1 right here, and that 1 has to be multiplied times the 3 outside. 1 times 3 gives me 3. I have an x here, that's a 3, and 3 times 3 is 9. I have a z here, it has a negative 1, and it has to be multiplied by 3, gives me a negative 3. You must multiply every exponent of a letter inside by the exponent outside. That gives me this 8y cubed x to the 9th, z to the negative 3 on the right side. On the left side of the problem, I have the 2xy, z to the 4th. And now it becomes just like the first two problems. I simply multiply everything together. I multiply the numbers. 2 times 8, that's 16. I do the x's, that's this one, and that one. I have 1x here. I have 9 over here for a total of 10. Then I have a y here, going with that y. I have 1 here, and 3 over here gives me a total of 4. And last I have z's. There's a 1 here, and there's 1 there. I have 4 here on the left side. I have a negative 3 over here. 4 minus 3 is 1. Here, I don't need the 1. I can leave it off because it's not, isn't needed. And so this is my answer. Do I have any negatives to drop? No. So my answer is fine. I have all positive exponents, number, and I don't have a fraction. And that's your answer for 11. Next, let's go to 25. This time it's division. Well, we do it the same basic way. Do we have any zero exponents? Yes, on the bottom, right here. X to the 0. X to the 0 is 1. It crosses out and is gone. Now, because it's a fraction, we want to simplify the bottom. We want to get rid of all the stuff on the bottom if we can. Well, notice this is a 3. This is a 3. They cancel. 3 over 3 is 1. They cancel out. They're gone. And all I have left now is the z squared. I do not want anything on the bottom except maybe a number. So I take the z squared, move it to the top, and it's going to go up here with the z that's already there. The z squared becomes z to the negative 2. We put the negative 2 over the z like that, and we cross out the 1 on the bottom. So what do I have? Well, for numbers, I have this 4, and that's it. I have letters. I have x's. How many x's do I have? Well, I have negative 2 here. I have 3 here. I'll start with the 3. 3 here minus 2 here gives me 1. Again, you don't need the 1, but it's there. Then I have y's. How many y's? Well, I have 1 here, and I have 2 down there at the end. It goes here and there. 2 and 1, and adding them is 3. And z's. How many z's do I have? Well, 2 minus 2 right here is none. So there are no z's, so I don't need that. This is my answer. All the exponents are positive. I'm done with the problem. One more. Number 26. Again, what can I cancel? Well, I have a c to the 0 down here, so it's gone, cancels. I have a 2 here and a 2 here, so they cancel. 2 goes into 2 once. And I take the rest of the letters at the bottom and move them to the top. A to the 4th here goes to the top where the A is and becomes a -4. And it's gone down here. B3, this one goes to the top, becomes a -3. This one is gone. Well, also, what's right here? What's B 3 minus 3? Well, 3 minus 3 is 0, so there are no B's there, so they cancel. They're gone. So what do I have left? Numbers, I have 4. A's, here I have -6. And B, I have to the 4th. That's everything I have. I need to have all the negatives on the bottom, move the negatives, make them all positive. So the A here goes to the bottom. The -6 becomes a +6, and A to the -6 cancels, leaving me 4B to the 4th on top over A to the 6th on the bottom. There's my answer. There's your 6 problems. Good luck with your homework. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.